nag-send ng message sa comment section nung episodes natin kay Alex Lim tsaka kay Rai. Ngayon ko lang na-realize pareho pala kayong apelyido ni Alex Lim, ano?
Baka kamag-anak ko pala siya.
Oo nga eh. Konti lang naman siguro ang Lim eh.
Actually, marami.
So malamang kamag-anak mo siya, konti lang kayo eh. Wait, may sinulat ko eh. Si Illinois from Riyadh, si Jeffrey from Gainesville, Florida, si Solenoid from Dammam, KSA. Saudi din yata yun eh. Si Paul from Kingston upon Thames. Thames? Paano mo sabihin? UK. Nakapunta na ako dyan eh, sa may tabing ilog. Nung tumugtog yung head sa London. At Sandwich. Si Gian from Bacolod. May pinsan pala ako kinasal, speaking of Bacolod, pare. Gusto ko i-greet. Si Lee.
Ayan lang.
Nung weekend. Kinasal sila nung weekend.
Okay.
Tapos, inimbitan niya ako last year. Sabi niya, pinsan, punta ka naman sa wedding ko. Sabi ko, inimbita kami, mga kapatid ko, mama ko. Sabi ko, punta kayo ni Eric's. Sabi ko, naku, pag naturo ka na ako, sure ball, punta ako. Pero, well, hindi pa tayo natuturukan eh. Nakapila pa lang tayo, so hindi ako nakapunta. But I'd like to greet them. Pinadalan ko sila ng kasi nakapangako ako. Sabi niya, pwede ka ba kumanta? Sabi ko, pag nandyan ako, walang problema. Parang masaya naman yun eh, di ba? Tapos, pinadalan ko siya ng video. Last minute, yung favorite song ng wife niya, pinadala ko yung video. Tapos, unbeknownst to the wife, sinama ko sila sa video. Yung mga pinsan ko and his brothers. Magkakapatid, puro lalaki. So, inedit ko lang mabilis. 5 silang brothers. O 4 pa. 5 ata eh. Secretly shoot nila the night before the wedding. Tapos yung isa nasa nasa Middle East yung isa, si Sean. Kinumbine ko sa video. So yun yung surprise nila na performance for the wife sa reception.
Saan yung reception?
Sa Bacolod eh.
So sa Bacolod, medyo pwede na.
Hindi. Very, very lang yung guests.
Konti lang rin.
Konti lang. Tapos yung tito and tita ko, naturukan na din naman.
Wow.
So, medyo safer sila. Tapos, medyo isolated rin siguro yung... Wala naman 1 week na yun, wala namang thankfully, walang outbreak. Pero, very, very safe naman sila, I'm sure. Tapos, konti lang yung guests. So, yun. Ikaw, kumusta?
Okay naman. Nag-aantay rin ma-vaccinate. Parang nakita ko sa news na yung next yata pag economic frontliners pwede na yata ma-vaccine. Tapos ang alam ko, parang baka June hanggang September daw darating yung mga vaccine para sa mga nag-work, ganyan. Kasi I think iba yatang, yung may isa pang category na general public talaga na, baka yun walang ginagawa lang talaga. I don't know.
Musicians.
Hindi, pero I think ang musician is kailangan kasi you need it to work di ba?
I guess.
The sooner you take it, the sooner you can go back to work. Diba?
Yung vaccine sa ata ngayon, yung Russian vaccine Sputnik, right?
Ito pala, yung may napanood ako na video na in-explain niya kung bakit yung ibang countries mas maraming vaccine sa iba. Parang nangyayari, habang dinedevelop pa lang yung vaccine, dun pa lang sa developmental stage, nagbibigay na ng pera yung, let's say, US, Canada, ganyan. So yung mga may pera na country, sila yung nauuna. So kunyari, in the pipeline, yung Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, ganyan.
Parang kung saan ka tumaya,
Oo, ganun, mismo.
Ano nga yung parang, kunwari may dinedevelop kang parang new thing, tapos
parang patent, parang ganyan.
Or yung, kunwari may bagong gadget, tapos,
yun nga.
Sa online, yung magpe-pledge ka na ng money.
Parang tama, parang Kickstarter.
Parang Kickstarter yung vaccine. Di ba?
Pero yung,
Kickstarter.
yung ginawa ng US tsaka lahat ng may top 6, top 7, parang ang dami nilang pinop na pera that na una sa kanila yung vaccine and they have like enough to vaccinate their people like 3 or 4 times over.
That's
Ganun
great. That's
karami
good
yung
news.
vaccine nila. Tapos tayo, kasi sinasabi rin ng mga tao na parang, kaya may COVAX. Yung COVAX, yun yung sinasabi nila na parang, yun yung try niya gawing equal yung distribution ng vaccines. Parang ganun. So, kaya yun yung sa news palagi na, oh, according to COVAX, may makukuha tayong ganyan. Parang sila yung, oh, may sobra ka, penge. Tapos parang, oh, ito, tatry niya bibigay niya sa mga mas walang pantayan nung una.
Hindi lang magandang pangalan yung Kovacs eh. Parang bala Kovacs. Pero na-approve na daw sa Philippines ang Moderna.
Moderna, oh. Actually, yun yung gusto ko eh. It's either Moderna or Pfizer. This week, we are joined by one of the most musically unique bands in Filipino rock. Their catchy melodies and hooks blend seamlessly with the sonic musicality like no other. Having performed for Audiotree, these stage veterans just released their new single Galit, and for episode 23, please welcome Flamingo.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hello.
We have Billie and Howard.
Hello.
Ako yung unang tanong ko kasi
Okay.
siyempre parang first, ang usual kasi parang first impressions last, diba? So parang bakit Flamingo yung name ng band ninyo?
Oh, it was really a marketing decision to do Flamingo.
Oh, okay.
It's
Interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't anything spectacular or like well thought of. It was more of looking for two words that aren't usually put together but sound fine or fun to listen to. And then, we tried to do social listening. So, nag-type kami sa Google, may Flamingo ba? Sa Facebook, may Go Flamingo, pero walang Flamingo. So, pwede.
meron, di ba? May clothing brand
Ay,
or
wala.
something.
Pero tinignan natin kasi
Para
siya,
like, dead yung site nila.
Oh, yun. Parang 10 followers lang sila. So, kami parang, cool. We can take this. So, yeah.
Ako yung question ko, let's talk about the new song. Tell us about your new song. What made you release it? Is it part of an album, a collection? How did you guys write it? Did you write it during the pandemic? How did you record it? And who did you shoot you? Haba, no?
Daming questions.
Series.
Well, okay. So yeah, we're actually coming up with our first LP. So yay, after so many years. And then all of them were written in pandemic. And what's different about it is that I became the main songwriter for this one. So most of it came from me. And then what were the questions? I forgot already.
How's the
Video.
process? How's the process of writing?
for the
And
song
why
pa lang.
why did you start it? Why did you initiate?
Oh, okay. So I had like a backlog of songs that I wrote, and then I threw it all to the band and said, let's make an album. Basically, that's it. And then the process was very different since we can't see each other. So we usually do jams like in the studio. I think Howard can talk more about this one
Yung old process natin.
and versus the new process.
Yeah, like yung older songs, may parang half or like 1/4 of a song made na meron ng rhythmic idea, may riffs na, pero we would hash it out in the studio and then magkakaroon na ng parang general structure sa studio. And then tututukin namin yung song sa gigs, like ite-test run namin yung kanta. And then eventually yung i-record namin sa studio, yun na yung piniplay namin live. So and that it's very different from our current na process wherein from scratch talaga iniisip na namin ano yung tunog nito sa recording, or super opposite.
This new set of songs, did you record it all at once? And are these the same song? I saw you guys before the pandemic sa, if I'm not mistaken, Black Market.
Oh yeah,
What's
Black
that?
Market. Yeah.
Black
Oh
Market.
yeah.
None
Are
of
these
those.
part of the set? or were those released? But those are new songs at the time.
Oh, those were the songs in the Volumes EP. So history na siya.
On the second
Oh,
EP.
yeah, and then the EP was released pandemic na rin eh.
Okay,
So,
okay. So you had an EP released then during the this is a totally different set.
ano na,
Okay.
deep into the pandemic na yung
Yeah.
How
set na.
did you record it in like one full go, or the songs were recorded? And how did you record it? At home lang or together?
Oh, so what's different about this one is that I gave them complete songs already. So I made demos already, and then pa isa-isa nilang nire-recordan ng parts. So it was Pat who did everything first. So she recorded all the drums first, and then gave us all the tracks with drums already, and I put in the vocals and some like ideas, and then there now sila Howard and Papu are recording their guitars
We're
one by
currently
one
in the
per
guitar
song.
stage.
Yeah.
So it's
sobrang
not the
different.
whole album's not done yet.
Not yet,
No.
not yet.
You're
The
recording
songs
at
are
home
written.
lang. The song si Pat I saw, I think, where did Pat record, in Green Hills or in the
So
South?
this is where I make music
Okay,
sa
okay.
Green Hills. Yun ang kanyang studio of choice.
Yes.
Speaking of making music, sobrang distinct ng sound ninyo. How did you find, kumbaga, yung sound na, what are your influences, and paano naging ganun yung sound ninyo?
Oh, we'd always describe our music to be chop suey of everything we listen to. I think, yeah, Howard, I think coined this term.
Or I'm not sure if it's Papu or, but yeah. I think I guess kaya rin siya unique kasi we didn't really have a peg. Parang kung ano man yung influences namin, yun yung lalabas sa arrangement. And I think we were all interested in like making different arrangements. Like kung ano yung fun sa amin, parang yun yung gagawin namin.
Tsaka hindi kami nagkakasundo ng playlist. So if you put us together in a car, di ba? So
Kanya-kanyang
walang
style.
mag-e-enjoy sa playlist ng isa't isa.
Ganon. Like this is the first band I've heard that is like that.
Hey.
Well, at least all my bands, including the band I have with Daren, when we listen to a playlist, we're like, oh, that's cool. I've never heard that, and that's so cool. Let's go back. Speaking of playlists, how did you guys, like, both of you, grow up? What were your folks listening to at home, and how did you end up playing instruments? Howard, I know your dad plays guitar and makes effects and pedals.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let's
Sing
start from childhood. Ikaw mauna, Billy.
Yo,
Oh, my dad's playlist is so diverse. As in from jazz to jazz, from jazz standards to fusion to pop music. Tas for a time na addict siya sa Lighthouse Family. So sobrang kahit ano pinapakinggan niya.
Pero maganda Lighthouse Family.
Yeah. Tapos, yeah. And then my mom naman is like the pop queen. So like, memorize niya lahat from the first note of each intro. Alam na niya, ito yung title niyan. Tapos ganun siya. So parang karaoke queen. So parang...
Do they play?
No, actually, no, they do not. So I don't know what influenced me to start playing, or maybe it's just because I heard so much music at home. Yeah, that's what influenced me to like, oh, I want to make the music.
So did you pick up the bass right away, or did you start piano or something else, guitar?
Oh no, piano. There's a piano at home, and that's the first thing I picked up. So very. I only started playing bass like seriously at 21. So
What?
I actually started Flamingo
Drummer.
because I wanted to play bass.
Wait, before we go to Howard, you told me a bass story. That you told me a bass story that you were playing bass in high school.
No, I played guitar in high school and drums.
You played guitar in high school.
And then that's what I wanted to, that's why I wanted to go on stage when you were calling people do sa concerts sa Assumptions. Parang, kaya ko yan, sugod sa guitar. So, yun. Yeah.
But eventually, Daren, may mga ano kasi, in some school shows, we're asking kids to come up, lalo na if we see that there's a healthy band scene, meaning maraming nag-open na local bands and we like the scene of the school. Sabi ko, I'm sure you probably know some of our songs, and if you know this song, you can come up on stage and join us. And I'd give my guitar, or Diego would give his guitar, and Jeg would play extra drums. Parang riot lang. And then I think we played Assumption. But sinabi to ni Billie sa akin that one time we got Billie to play bass for Sandwich in Cebu.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Cebu.
It was in Cebu.
Astig.
Sabi niya, hindi siya nakatakbo because, I don't know, you had a class or I don't know.
Yeah.
You didn't make it on stage. But a few years later, you did make it on stage.
You were literally-
For the whole
happy.
set.
Sobrang okay na ka doon.
Ay, dami mong kwento doon. Na
Yeah.
baptism of fire siya in a way.
Ano yung kwento doon?
Music
Ano yung kwento
fest.
doon?
It was a music fest. It was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
That was my birthday. I remember now. It's like coming back to me. It was parang 2 hours from Cebu. It wasn't in Cebu City, pero it was a music fest. But yeah, it was a good show. That was a fun show. Ikaw, Howard, how'd it go? Growing up.
Yung mga tito ko at saka yung dad ko, mahilig sila mag-combo, as they say. So, I think nung parang teenager sila yung mag-aasikaso ng sound system tsaka ng mga pagbabanda kapag may fiesta sa barangay namin sa Batangas or something. And then, yeah, I was growing up na nagpa-party lang sila sa garage ng tito ko. Tapos, tugtog lang sila na may mga songbox. So parang, yeah, I grew up listening to that. Pero, hindi pa ako masyado interested sa bands nun eh. I think nung naging uso na yung MTV, tsaka mix generation namin, parang dun ako
Did
naging
you grow up in
interested.
Batangas?
Yeah, sa Lipa.
Walang punto
Batangas. Pag nandun.
Pag nandun.
Yeah, I think nung lumabas yung mga Hail, Sponge Cola, Sandwich, parang dun ko talaga na-realize na, uy, pwede ko gawin yan.
Tapos, tinuruan ka nila magtumugtog? Did you ever play with them?
Yeah, dun ako natuto magbanda in a way. Yung dad ko, binili niya ako ng like maliit na Suzuki nylon nung grade 5 ako. Tapos hindi ko siya actually hiningi. Parang binili lang niya kami ng kuya ko from his trip to Quiapo or something. Tapos, yun, na-addict na ako sa guitar since then.
What were the first things both of you, were playing when you were learning how to play?
That song, Time I've Been Passing Time.
Watching
I-
trains
Yeah,
go by.
Yun yung parang first song dun sa song hits. Sabi ko, uy, parang madali. G, D. So, pwede to, pwede.
Tootsie. Sino kumanta nun?
Shucks, I don't remember.
Something's telling me it might be you.
It might be you.
Ikaw,
Yeah.
Howard. I see the Beach Boys behind.
Oh, yes. Yung unang tinuro sa akin ng dad ko when he bought the guitar was bassline ng Stand By Me. Yung
Dun, dun, dun.
Yan. For 1 week, tinugtog siya. Tapos sobrang sakit ng kamay ko.
Before we go on, what does your dad do? I've met him several times sa Root yata,
Sa
once
Root.
or twice sa Root. What does he do for guitars now?
For guitar, ngayon, he's doing repairs and mods. So usually,
Sa
actually,
Manila? Let's promote it.
yeah, he's based in Batangas. So usually, ngayong pandemic, pinapa-courier lang there. Actually, most ng clients niya ngayon, parang kumakalat word of mouth, tapos mina-message nila ako. Tapos I'll coordinate.
So guitars and
Yeah.
effects pedals.
Mostly FX pedals.
Anong name ng shop?
FX Portal, yung page
FX
niya.
Portal.
Sa YouTube, sa Facebook.
So on Facebook, yeah. Ano lang, low-key marketing lang.
Kailangan
We're
nila
not
mag-usap ni Daren, ano? Hello.
Actually,
Ayan.
D&D,
Hello, Tito.
yeah.
Kausapin nyo na si Daren.
Sobrang galing. Ngayon may
Baka may
ginagawa
collab
siyang...
tayo dyan.
Yeah, super ano niya,
So, he
agit niya.
makes
with making.
effects talaga from scratch.
Yeah, he can make effects from
Wow.
scratch. As in, may DIY siya ngayon na way to, yung ina-acid niya yung PCB. What?
Para,
Sobrang DIY. Yeah.
Ano
Kasi nung high
nangyayari?
school pa lang ginagawa na niya.
ano
yun.
nangyayari pag ina-acid niya yung PCB?
Yung i-etch niya, di ba yung copper parang para matira siya at magawa niya yung lines. Yeah, I think basta ginagawa niya yung PCBs from scratch and then nag-develop siya ng way recently to like etch metal para magkaroon ng...
May sample ka ba dyan ng
Yeah.
effects?
Actually, I can get it later. Marami yung nasa pedal board ko. Kasi may copy siya ng tone bender.
You gotta get it now. No, you gotta get it now. We'll talk to
Sige,
Billie.
sige. So,
Si Si Tito Dick din yung nag-rehouse nung mga
So,
pedals ko.
nakikiano siya sa gear ninyo sa band? Does he like suggest gear or make gear for you guys?
No naman. But if we have broken gear or we want to
Ah.
upgrade the gear,
Ang
so
saya!
first choice namin si
Oh.
Tito. Tapos meron akong cheap Behringer BDIs, plastic. So lagi siya nasisira. Pina-rehouse ko to metal. Tapos wala, sobrang
galing.
so ano na siya. matibay na siya. Haven't replaced it ever since.
Billy,
So, galing.
you've been busy releasing things on social media the past pandemic, 'di ba? Itong past 2 years. Ano yung mga sometimes I see you do covers. Do you have a solo thing happening then or do you just release it on Facebook or YouTube?
Oh yeah, I started writing my own music just last month actually. So I released it under a moniker Bills. so
kaya pala. Okay. Now I get it.
yeah. So I just started. I'm planning to release an EP for that soon. Just finishing it up, but all the songs are done. Just recording na lang.
How do you guys record? What DAW do you use? Do you have the same DAW or everybody has his own?
Oh no, everybody
Iba-iba
has
yata.
our own. Yeah. Si Pat doesn't. Si Pat doesn't use.
Studio siya.
Ano siya, rock. Pero si Papu is an Ableton user. Howard is a
Logic.
Logic
Ako.
user. Yeah.
Ikaw,
I use Ableton for songwriting. Yeah.
let's see the effects.
Sayang, nasa lipa ngayon yung tone bend. As in, binend yung metal na copy. But, here's my, booster.
Oh, wow. Ganda.
Double booster siya. So, meron siya nung clone. As in, inetch niya yan dun sa metal. Pinagsama niya. May TS-808 copy.
Oh
then may
my
clone.
God.
And then, yeah. As in, in-install niya yun eh. I'm not sure lang kung,
Ganda.
yeah.
Kakalabas lang ng parang DS1 tsaka clone, di ba?
Yeah,
Tama ba?
yeah. Nakita ko yun.
But you have a TS8/clone
It's
clone.
808 and clone.
Galing!
Tapos merong
This is
may
even
monster.
cooler.
And then this one is a Phase 45 copy yata. So, pinaliit lang na yung casing.
I love it. One knob. That's for me. One
Amazing.
knob.
Hindi-
Wait.
Go. Sorry.
Go, Daren. Ikaw muna.
Kasi sabihin ko lang, di mo na kailangan bumili ng effects. Kung may bago, pwede mo pa-copy
Yun
lang
nga,
sa
medyo na-spoil nga ako eh.
Grabe. Wala lang.
Meron ba siyang
galing
space
niya.
echo? Sabi mo, Tito, gawin mo. I'm a sucker for space echoes.
Yung recent niya na project, may mga space echo siya na ginawa. Yes,
Ayan
yung
na.
Yung malaki.
Sampulan mo na ako.
As in, he was given like 10 space echoes.
Oh my
Tapos,
God.
parang yung deal niya with this guy was kung may na-repair siyang at least 3, sa kanya na yung isa. So, meron kami.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Galing. Like, ni-repair niya yung kahit yung cassette roller thing.
Yung sa taas kasi may umiikot na tape dun eh. Diba?
Yeah.
Mm.
Share
Grabe.
kasi na yung post. I think may post siya about
Sige. Wait.
Okay.
On the
FX
on
part.
the on the first incarnation of the band, where did you guys meet? Sa school ba? College na?
Yeah, UP.
In UP.
Tell us about it.
We were org mates. So, magka-batch kami ni Howard nag-apply dun sa org called UP Music Circle. Tapos...
Shout out.
Shout out.
Ay, nag-MC
They
rin
still
ako.
active?
Ay, talaga?
For a while. Yeah, nag-MC rin ako.
Oh,
Anyway.
Nice.
cool.
Oh, diba?
Alumni.
Are you still, is the org still active?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're actually super active. Ang dami nilang musicians. Like, Any Names Okay is from UP Music Circle.
Parlor. Yeah.
Yeah, so many
Bands like that.
young people. And then...
So you guys met in the org?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then tas nagkaroon lang kami ng parang conversation sa tambayan na, uy, gawa tayo banda. Tapos apparently si Papu kausap na rin niya si Howard. Gawa din tayo banda.
So,
Tas sabi ni
nag-combine
Howard,
na lang kami.
combine na lang natin. So wala talaga siyang plano.
Yeah.
Kumbaga.
It just happened actually.
So what do you guys play at first? Did you guys jam or diba? Did you guys write songs
Ay.
right away?
Funny
Ganda
story.
yan eh.
Funny story. I was in an org that invited us to a gig. Sabi ko, uy, may banda ako, baka gusto nyo band na tumugtog for your event.
Sa
Tapos
root
yun,
yun.
sa root, tas na-pressure kami. Sabi namin, root 196, kailangan lahat original. So, so we had
Yun
5
eh.
days. We had 5 days to come up with 5 original songs. And Howard, thankfully, had
Oh.
5 original
I had a
songs.
few demos. Demos lang at home.
Awesome.
So that was the EP.
Yeah,
first
yun na
EP.
yun. Yun na yun.
Yun na yun.
Yung 4 songs na yun.
Wow.
Wow.
So, parang na-pressure lang kami. That's why,
Oo
kaya
nga,
medyo
no?
baliw yung weird yung mga arrangement. Kasi parang, pag wala na kami yung isip, parang ulitin na lang natin yung jant.
Oo nga.
Jant.
Alala ko
Okay
yun.
naman.
Yung mga first jams natin. Ano lang.
Okay naman, di ba? Cool,
Enjoy
baliw.
lang.
Matapos lang yung kanta.
How did you guys get Pat?
Super idol na namin si Pat. So, we've been stalking her for a while. Tapos parang the opportunity came. Tapos sabi ni Howard, what if you get Pat to session for us? Tapos, yun.
And then, I think we were testing out different drummers at the time.
Sino yung iba?
Our
We
friend
got Jason from Enzo Zulueta's band Jupe. Mark
in the 1
Fulgar.
pesos. What's his band?
Si Nash Ignacio was also playing with us of Never the Strangers.
So we had a rotating pool of drummers. We were trying to do a 2-door cinema club thing na, sige, tayo magsuot ng drums, pero
walang
hindi.
drummer.
Hindi.
Tinry talaga namin.
Hindi kami drummer eh. We don't have that mind.
And then, I think si Pat actually lumapit sa amin eh. Or like, a friend of Pat's told her that we were looking for a drummer. Tas nabalitaan namin na game siya. So we invited her to test out some gigs. And then, yun. Super happy kami kasi idol namin si Pat.
Tapos sobrang awkward din namin sa kanya. Na
What do you mean?
Like nagbe-bass lessons si Pat with me for a while. And then they're like, tanungin mo na kung gusto niya maging drummer na. So parang, hindi ko kaya guys. So habang nagle-lessons kami, tinetext ako nila Howard. Parang, uy, ano na? Nasabi mo na ba? Parang hindi ko kaya, nanginginig yung kamay ko na nakakahiya. So, yun. Tapos, she took us out for dinner after our rehearsal. Tapos, hindi kami nagsasalita the whole time. Kasi nga gusto na namin siyang, i-ask.
Inlano na natin eh.
Gusto na namin mag-propose.
Yeah, and then may dalang camera si Papo nun, di ba?
Tapos nakatago
Para
na yung
ma-capture
camera
yung moment.
sa ilalim ng table.
Parang
Tapos,
proposal talaga.
Oo,
nanginginig
medyo.
talaga kaming lahat. Hindi kami
Tapos,
nagsasalita.
Tapos nung si Pat, parang sabi niya, oy, kunin na natin yung bell. Parang, shit,
Tapos
it's
nagtingin na kami.
time.
Parang,
So,
tapos sabi ni Pat,
sabi ko, ay Pat, actually, I wanted to talk to you about something. Will you be our drummer?
You gotta release the video.
it was really awkward.
Nakipapo ba yun?
Nasa akin siya.
Ay,
You gotta release that.
It's so awkward.
That is
sa anniversary ng
And then Pat always tells the story like, I thought these guys were more fun to be with. Why are they so quiet?
Deadpan.
Yeah.
So that's the story of how we got Pat. Thanks, Pat, for not finding us too weird.
Actually, parang sobrang importante nga nung drummer sa live set. Can you, napanood ko yung mga sets niyo on YouTube as well. Can you talk about yung how you do your live sets? Kasi parang iba rin yung intensity na nakikita ko. Parang sobrang iba rin yung energy. Can you talk about that more?
Ooh. Ano ba? Saan ba yung source of energy natin, Howard?
Well, I think yung music namin is very groove oriented talaga. So crucial talaga yung drummer. And then lalo na si Pat and even with Fries in our early stages, parang doon nanggagaling yung energy namin. Yeah, especially with Pat, sobrang dami niyang ideas. I think Pat isn't just a drummer. She's also as in all-around musician. So, ang dami niyang ideas and energy na dadala sa band. And I remember nung first few sessions niya with us, ang dami niyang improv na ginagawa during the set. Tapos parang kaming lahat nagtitinginan. Parang, what?
Okay na. Oh, yun. Mahilig kami makiride sa mga improv na ganon. So, wow. Yeah.
You guys managed to combine like pop melodies and harmonies and parang very very technical music. Who's bringing the technical side, the metric modulations, the odd time signatures? Who's bringing it from the band, or do you all like it?
I
Or
think
and
we
what do you guys listen to? Because I couldn't figure out some of it. Parang sarap lang nito eh, 'di ba? Parang
Um, I guess on my end at least, I try a lot not to parang think about the music theory behind it, but like, uy, parang okay na putulin to tapos, yun, eventually, may realize na, uy, ang weird nun. 7
Yeah.
4 11 4 May isang song kami na parang 11 something, tas nagsisi kami.
Tapos
Nagsisisi
winning
kami.
na lang natin at the end na, ay basta gawin niyo to, babalik na tayo.
Oo, parang, hihinga ka lang ng, tapos bagsak.
Tas yun na. Yeah, I think we're all self-taught when it comes to music theory. Pero yeah, I think I mean on my end, I guess since yung interest ko with the Beatles, para nag-research na ako into different kinds of genres all throughout. Tas gusto ko sila lahat. Parang gusto ko lang ipagsama lahat ng influences into one pot.
Yeah. At saka, based on my influences sa mga old music like Uptown Girl or something, yung mga modulation nun eh. At saka Carpenters, you wouldn't even realize na they were doing so much technical
Yeah.
applications of music theory, but like it sounds so easy to listen to. Like it's super pop.
Yeah.
And then when you like break it down, parang, 4 times na pala siya nagki-key change. What?
Yeah.
Parang ganun.
I think mas naman, nagiging means yung theory to have interesting results.
yes, it's
Yeah.
very very interesting when most bands do parang technical stuff. They want to highlight the technical stuff. Parang I like it from your band kasi hindi mo na nararamdaman that it's technical.
Yeah.
Unless you like, wait a minute, that was odd. Wait a minute, that was a metric modulation. Wow, diba? But yung pala yun, you're listening to the Carpenters and how they do it and how Billy Joel did it. Parang very very hindi lang siya parang flex, diba? Kasi madali
Yeah.
naman flex. I'm gonna do that in 13/12 divided by the square root of ano,
Yeah.
diba? Parang divided by the square root of Meshuga. Diba? So, I like it na
Square root of
even
Meshuggah.
even when I watch the shows in kunwari in Root and I see the kids bobbing, for most technical bands, nobody bobs. Everybody's counting para 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 'di ba? But in your shows, kids are actually bobbing their heads and sometimes moshing. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I discovered then parang lately na okay lang na 4/4 siya, pero kung syncopated siya, and then like may dalawang syncopated things na magkapatong, tunog odd siya. Pero 4/4 lang talaga siya.
Wait,
Yun yung sa mga
get a guitar. Get a guitar and show us an example of that.
Sige.
Do you have an acoustic?
Let me plug my ano.
Yeah. So, ganun. Marami kami na-discover. Like, with the upcoming album, we have a song that suddenly goes 3/4 sa bridge. And then, nung binigay namin kay Howard and Papu to write guitars, they were like, wait lang, nag 6/4, Hindi ko narinig yun bakit siya nag 6/4? So parang, haha, nice. you got it.
So Billy, how do you do it? Do you program it? Do you program it in your DAW for
Yeah.
the tempo change?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Actually, it was Pat's idea. Parang she doesn't program it. So she just sings it. Usually voice notes. Parang, yung naisip ko parang, ganyan. Tapos magcha-change tayo ng ganyan. So, sige, drawing ko siya sa Ableton. Tas, let's see how it goes. So parang mas ganun siya. Si Pat yung mas raw
So
idea.
you program it on MIDI.
Yeah, and then I let her listen.
You demo it on MIDI sa Ableton with the tempo changes and I mean the time signature changes. Galing. Alam mo yung hack ko dyan? When I hear something odd but I'm not very good at counting, nilalagay ko lang sa parang, tama ba to? Naka 1/4 yung ano.
Parang isa lang yung sound.
Para isa lang yung tak 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 tak,
Yeah.
pero kahit mag-odd time siya, kasi hindi ko ma-explain kung paano. Anyway, Howard, show us that yung sinasabi mo na two opposing rhythms na upbeat
Okay.
and syncopated. I wanna hear it.
I think, rinig ba yung guitar?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think, ano ba yung example nito? I think, for example, sa song namin, Reflections, so yung... So, 4/4 lang talaga siya. 1, 1... Wait, can you count? So, parang the riff itself is divided into 3. Pero, if you count na 4, tuloy-tuloy lang siya. And then, I guess with the overlapping stuff, for example, like, so yung drums sa Reflections is very syncopated. And then, like, I would play... Parang I would always abuse the upbeat in the arrangement.
Mm-mm.
And that would kind of parang kick you off na off time siya. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
As compared to like, it becomes like, parang nauuna when there's a chord change or something. Yeah, that kind of example.
How did you...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Go
there's
ahead,
another
go ahead.
example that we have for that. The Pag-ibig lang ba song that we released last Feb. Hindi namin siya matugtog live kahit na 4/4 lang talaga siya. Because
Oo nga.
the way we wrote it is that there's a riff na dan dan ay dan tan 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 tan, and then I literally just deleted the first part, the tan 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 tan.
Yung
So
taran.
yeah, the tan. So the riff became tan 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 tan. Tapos it sounded odd time, but in reality it's just 4/4 that starts on the second beat. Parang ganun siya.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how to flex your syncopation. I don't know.
Syncopation.
I love it. Musical illusions.
Yeah, yes.
Kamusta naman yung how was it playing for Audiotree?
Actually, we just submitted that, tas parang fingers crossed. Ganun.
Yeah.
Kasi
Ano
ako
ba?
honestly, I'm not super familiar, but when I was looking you guys up, yun nga nakita ko yung line-up. Grabe rin yung line-up, sila Foam, tapos parang konti lang rin yung select. Actually sa Philippines parang kayo lang yata di ba? So
Yeah.
ano
I
yung
think-
process and what how was the experience?
I think Enzo found yung may
Ad.
posting sila that they're looking for submissions.
Hmm.
Tapos wala, parang we were just like, sige, try natin. Kahit
Yeah. Parang
Hindi sure.
they opened an Audiotree international section for their for the pandemic so that they can reach more people. Tas parang from home. Tapos sakto when they released the ad, we worked on it right away. So I guess yung backlog nila hindi pa ganun kahaba kaya nasama kami dun sa release. But it took them a year before they
a
released
year
it.
ba? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So it's a festival originally. At dun sa mga para sa hindi nakakaalam, ano yung Audiotree?
I think Audiotree is parang medyo alternative band yung fini-feature nila, no? And I think yung mga sikat sa kanila ay mga parang studio sessions. Doon siya nag-start.
Audiotree live.
And then, I think like a festival sila later on. Pero I think like yung medyo tastemaker sila or something. Parang a place to discover new music, I think. So, when the pandemic began, I think they wanted to diversify. So, yeah, that's where the Audiotree International came in.
Yeah.
About sa naman, sa this generation, napansin ko na parang, syempre mahilig rin tayo sa YouTube. Tapos napansin ko rin na yung channel nyo, ang ganda rin ng mga content. Tsaka yung mga music videos nyo, parang okay rin. Parang meaning ko lang, di ba, na you guys are really, parang inaayos nyo siya. Can you talk about yung importance of having content in this day and age, kahit na being as a musician?
What we learned actually from the pandemic is our friends and fans really want to be engaged with. So no matter how I guess crap your content is, yun alam mo yun, yung parang labas ka lang ng labas ng content. They just want to be engaged with. Like it doesn't even have to be related to your music. It's making them join your process of creating music. So that's why we spent a lot of time building our community on Discord. So we have a thing called Radio Flamingo on Discord. So every Thursday, we just go live and
Stay.
chat with everybody. So para siyang
The whole
laging may-
band?
Last year, yes.
Last
Pero
year, every week kami
hindi na namin kaya. So, meron na kaming rotation na one person every Thursday.
Okay.
Tapos, yeah, that's what happens there. We engage, we talk about upcoming stuff, we play games with them online. Tapos, yun, I think it's really like making them part of your journey as well. And not just like being an outsider looking in.
How long is each episode when you engage with dun sa ano?
Discord.
sa
Discord.
Discord. I think around 2 hours.
Wow!
Pero like ano lang, casual lang siya na hindi siya programmed.
Hindi naman,
Yeah,
kahit kami ni Daren, hindi nag-uusap ng 2 hours nang walang iniinom eh.
Yeah. Grabe naalala ko nung early, yung mga first batch of Radio Flamingo, 3 hours kami noon. Tapos,
Radio.
wala kami laging plan. So, dun sa 3 hours na yun, as in, nagsusuka lang kami ng... Kaya okay lang kasi medyo private yung Discord. So, hindi siya masyadong...
A few weeks ago, may bike ride kami ni na Badshao. Tapos sabi niya, biglang, asa na si Pat? Ba't di siya dumating? Nakalimutan niya may music video shoot pala siya. So,
Oh my gosh.
alam mo naman, I'm sure kilala niyo naman paano yung style ni Pat na, hindi ako makapunta, meron akong video shoot. Tell us about the music video. Who directed it? What was whose concept it was? And how was the shoot during the pandemic? Do you have like tests? What are the challenges?
The music video for Galit was directed by Ana Aguilar. So she's really mainly a 3D animator, and then she wanted to experiment with music. So so we collaborated with her, and then all our discussions were through Zoom calls only. So the concept, parang bahala ka na. We trust you. Kasi nga, it's really hard to like be super hands-on now. And then for the studio, we went to what do you call the green screen studio of Jason Conanan? Above Wapak Studio.
That's above Wapak. Yeah.
Above Wapak Studio. So,
That's the name, Above Wapak.
no?
Wapak Studio.
Live
Look at that. Pero it's a long...
Live catch.
Malingap.
Basta along
Something like
Malingap. There's a large Wapak Studios, and then on the third floor, andun siya. Green screen studio siya. Tapos, yun, we
Spacious.
maximize. Yes, very big green screen studio. And then, the concept was just really, whatever makes you feel on the edge. That's it.
Tapos, how was the shoot? How many people were involved in the crew? Parang did you get parang 2 people lang?
Yeah, it was
So
just
cool.
Anna and Susan, the DOP. And then Germs helped us out. And then,
Ang
Yeah, that's it.
galing.
ano lang,
How
DIY
long did
lang.
it take to shoot a high-tech video?
3 hours?
3 hours lang, I think.
Oh my God.
3 hours.
They were very organized.
Ang
Parang ano lang.
galing.
As in-
Like, may solo performances. And then after ng solo performances, group. So, okay na.
And then how
That's it.
long did it take for them to edit it?
Yun yung
Ang dali lang
matugo.
eh, di ba? But it was like 2 weeks and you guys have a video already, right? After shooting.
We shot the video mga Feb pa. So matagal na siya in the
Matagal
pipeline.
din. Okay.
Yeah, so it takes a while kasi it's a lot of
Graphics heavy siya.
graphics eh. So super kudos to
Props.
Anna. So if you really need someone to do 3D graphics and really cool stuff, Anna is your person. Promise.
Ana who?
Aguilar.
Ana Aguilar. How do
Yeah.
we how can we find her?
I think she's on Instagram.
Instagram, Ana
Ana
Aguilar.
Aguilar.
Okay.
Yeah. So Ana Aguilar. And Susan
Susan
Larson
Larson.
with two
Instagram
S's. Yeah. She also Susan naman was the director for Pag-ibig lang ba. So yun, ano lang din yun, 2-people crew.
Pat and Susan.
Si Susan, the little
Cass.
girl who skates really well.
Yes.
That's her. Yeah, I've met her.
Yes. So siya naman din yung DOP.
On the streets.
Yeah, and director for the other video. So we've been working with lean production crews to adjust to
Who's handling you guys? Management for
um,
people to book you.
we're we have the number on the on our page.
Is it Ray Fab pa? No.
I think we're transitioning
Okay.
right now, yeah.
So how will they
I
find
don't
you?
know-
They just
I
have to
don't
go
know
to
how
your.
talk about it.
Parang nga-
Okay. We don't have to talk about this. But how will people find you?
Oh yeah. All our contact information are on our social media. Just one username for all. Flamingo Music.
It's on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And
Yes.
sorry. Ano yung isa? Yung
Instagram.
Instagram. May
TikTok.
isa pa eh.
May TikTok.
TikTok talaga. Astig.
Yeah. TikTok.
Unti-unti.
Yeah. TikTok is the future apparently. We need to
Apparently.
adjust.
So considering yung mga lahat ng mga yun nga, like you have to do like music videos ganyan. What other challenges would you say yung you guys encountered during being in this generation, being a band in this generation na parang ang daming distractive stuff, 'di ba? Parang ang daming content. So parang ano yung challenges na na-encounter niyo?
Well, I guess it's breaking out. I guess for me, I mean, the last gig we had was for a school fair. Tapos, we're forever up and coming. Charot. So,
Oo nga.
8 years na coming up and coming. Tapos parang okay lang. I mean, we've accepted that fate. But, like, it's something na parang, I guess, with a lot of musicians around, it's really a different time. Like, the content is so easy to produce and it's how to break out. Yeah. Is that
How
does
do you
that make
stand out?
sense? How do you stand
Is
out?
that-
I have yung ano ko doon. I have my 2 cents about that.
Mhm.
I think it took a while then for my band, Sandwich. We couldn't find, then all of a sudden it was a combination of timing and good management. Like we were I want to tell you because I like your band and I don't want you to stop. And I wanted to tell people because a lot of people are listening and always asking, parang, how do you break out? How's it go? There's no secret formula, but if you keep working on things to go, if you want to do something and you just like keep doing it, parang there was a point now we got dropped by the label, and then our singer left the band. Mark took a job for MTV, and we didn't have anything. Parang we all just suddenly quit our day jobs and then got into a better management than the previous one, and then suddenly it all came together. It's not a formula, but parang it didn't take like parang 2 years and then you were parang okay, you're gigging everywhere already, parang, and then still some years and some months you're struggling, and then sometimes you get a song that people latch on to, di ba? Parang, but there are more songs that are misses than, di ba? Okay, here's another question. Before Daren's last question, before we let you go. Speaking of breaking out bands, who do you recommend for people to listen to that parang hindi sila nakikita or naririnig ng mga tao? Who do you like? Local.
Biased ako eh.
Yeah, of course. Of course, importante yung bias, 'di ba?
Yung
Parang
iba.
we have you on the show because we like you, 'di ba? Parang so okay, go.
Yung bias ko ngayon, yung bagong banda ng fiancé ko.
Oh, Enzo has a new band.
Yeah, called the One Pesos. So it was like a band that came out of the Knights of Rizal, if you know Knights of Rizal. So
The
they made
electronic band.
Yeah, so ano siya, naggawa na sila ng different band altogether called the One Pesos. And they just came out with their first song called
So is it still electronic? Is
No
Enzo
More,
playing bass?
No More.
Okay.
And he's playing bass though. But yeah, it's very reminiscent of I don't know, early 2000s music, and I really appreciate it. I guess it's me from being from that time. So yeah, if you're looking into something really chill, yeah, the One Pesos is my bias right now.
I didn't expect Enzo to be in a chill band.
Oh yeah, because he came from
He's the
from
groove man.
he's from Beast Jesus.
Yes,
That's
yes.
why.
A very abrasive rock band. Howard, ikaw, what do you have?
Right now, there are like young members of our org, UP Music Circle, Parlor, super
Parlor.
solid sila.
I love the name already.
Tunog Pavement.
Yeah, magaling sila. Yeah.
So ano pang mga last question na any other projects that you guys are working on you want to promote or mention?
Howard has Bird Dance.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
my solo project, Bird Dance. And then I'm doing music production work. So yun.
What does that mean?
Like I've been doing scoring projects and mixing. And
How
yun
can they
yung main
reach you?
things. HowardLuistro.com. I just released the website
Nice.
2 weeks ago. So yeah,
Sakto.
my folios there.
Yun.
Billy.
I now stream on Twitch,
Mm.
twitch.tv
Wow.
/bills_pog. So I do Music Wednesdays and
Pog.
Kalat Saturdays.
I like
Ano
Galat.
Ano yung Music Wednesdays? Anong ginagawa dun?
So random music stuff. So tonight I'm streaming at 8 o'clock and I'm going to talk about my why in music. As in may deck ako para siyang flash talk.
TED
Wow.
Talk.
TED Talk.
Galing.
I'm interested in Kalat Saturdays. What do you do for Kalat?
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Kalat
are you guys drinking on
Inom na.
Kalat Saturdays? Tas bahala na. Parang,
Bahala. Yeah, sobrang bahala. Last week, minake-upan ako ni Enzo. Tapos sobrang
okay siya.
pangit. Sobrang pangit ko. Tapos this Saturday, inspired by Homebodies Facebook group, magsha-shopping kami sa internet.
Wow.
Care of chat. So yung chat yung magde-decide kung paano ko i-decorate yung bedroom ko.
Interactive.
Tapos natatakot na ako.
Galing.
okay, thank you for spending your time with us, guys. We really
Thank you.
we miss you
Thank you,
and we
guys.
appreciate you for coming talk to us.
Thank you so much. I
Thank you.
enjoyed our conversation. Super.
See